Chapter 10, Between Two Worlds. As they stepped out of the taxi into the cool, crisp night air, Memphis supported Aubrey, his arm securely around her waist. The lively chaos of the club was now a faint memory, its thumping bass replaced by the silent, empty streets. Celine had opted to stay back, swept up in the night's vibrant energy with Cameron, while Memphis took on the role of caretaker, guiding a nearly incapacitated Aubrey back to their hotel. Aubrey leaned heavily against Memphis, her head rested on his shoulder, and her mumblings were barely coherent. As they ascended in the elevator, the quiet was punctuated only by the soft beep of each passing floor, a stark contrast to the evening's earlier revelry. Memphis couldn't help but chuckle as he glanced down at Aubrey, who seemed utterly defeated by the night's festivities. "She looks like she's been through a war," he mused affectionately, though he felt a twinge of concern for her. Typically, Aubrey was the epitome of control and restraint, but tonight, she had allowed herself a rare freedom that was both surprising and heartening to Memphis. It was a side of her he seldom saw, a side that didn't calculate every smile or measure the depth of her laughter. The elevator dinged their arrival at their floor, and Aubrey's slurred attempt at speech was unintelligible. Memphis guided her with careful measured steps down the corridor to their room. His movements were protective, almost paternal, as he managed the keycard and ushered her inside. Once in the room, he settled her onto the bed with gentle efficiency and ensured her comfort with a few well-placed pillows. The mix of alcohol on her breath and her familiar, underlying scent filled the space between them with a poignant reminder of the night's complexity. His phone vibrated against the quiet backdrop of the room and shattered the temporary peace. After retrieving it, Memphis saw Sofia's name flash on the screen, her message simple and direct: "Can we talk?" A flood of conflicting emotions washed over him as he read her words. The guilt of even considering her request gnawed at him as he glanced at Aubrey, her features relaxed in drunken sleep, oblivious to the turmoil beside her. Yet, another part of him, the part that thrived on adrenaline and chaos, was tempted by the escape Sofia offered from the heaviness of his current choices. This could be a break from all this, he thought, torn between his affection for Aubrey and the allure of a life with Sofia. He hesitated for a moment before replying, his fingers betraying his inner conflict. "Where should I meet you?" As the message sent, a sense of inevitability settled over him. He knew he was complicating his life further, but the pull of what Sofia represented was too strong to resist. He pocketed his phone as his gaze lingered on Aubrey. Her peaceful breathing and the soft rise and fall of her chest contrasted with the storm within him. He felt anchored yet adrift, caught between Sofia and Aubrey. The phone buzzed again, and snapped him back to reality: "Meet me at the hotel bar in 20. As he took a deep breath, Memphis stood up and collected his jacket quietly. He cast one last look at Aubrey, her presence a silent plea for him to stay. Yet, the call of his Sofia was louder, and with a resigned sigh, he stepped out of the room. As the door clicked shut behind him, the finality of the sound echoed down the empty hallway. With each step away from Aubrey and toward Sofia, Memphis felt the weight of his choices pressing down on him, a burden he carried into the night.